Alright, today on Fix and Flip we have a 2008 Chevy Impala with a 3500 motor in it. I'm going to show you guys how to change the passenger side wheel bearing. It'd be the same on both sides, but I just happen to have a bad one on the passenger side. So the first thing I'm going to do is take this tire off and go ahead and show you guys what the next step is. Alright, once you have your tire off, that was pretty much the easiest part. Pretty self-explanatory. What you're going to want to do, your next step is to take your caliper mounting bracket off. That way it all comes off as one. So you don't have to take the actual caliper off the mount. So it's just two bolts, two 15mm bolts. It's going to be one right on top and one right on the bottom. They're on there good. I like to use a wrench and hit it with a hammer just to break it free. Your car has less rust on it than this one. You won't have to do it like this. Once I get it broke free with the wrench, I like to switch over to the ratchet, make it go quicker. It looks something like that. Before you get any further, if you're already at this point and following along with me, if you don't have an impact, whether it's electric or air, you're going to want to break your axle nut free before you lift your car up off the ground. Got a brake line right there in the way, stopping my ratchet from being able to get to this one easily. There it goes. Let's take them, set them aside. can use a bungee to hold this up, or you can just set it right there on your control arm, whichever you prefer. Pretty much have two options from here. Go ahead and take this bolt off, knock that out of the way, or you can start on your back three, but I'm going to start on this bolt right here. Mine came off with the size 36 axle nut socket. Feels a little loose. Maybe go down one size, but it worked. It was just pretty rusty, so didn't want to come off very easy. So all that's left now is to disconnect all your wiring. This is this one plug and 3 bolts. It's in a triangle shape. Normally I like to heat up these bolts, the actual wheel bearing right around the bolt area, to make them break free easier. But I'm going to put a wrench on there and see just how rusted they are before I go that route. And on the 08, they are going to be 1/2 inch. Did the same thing with the hammer. Started it with a wrench and moved back to the ratchet. They're pretty rusty, so they're stuck on there. Alright, here we are with all 3 and then bolts out. Here's a stuck on there, not coming right off. I like to put axle nut on here a little ways, just to make sure this is broke free, where you can move it with your hand. Just tap all around it, just kind of get it, start working its way out. It's kind of loud. Perfect example. If it comes out and the outer race stays in there, you definitely know you had a bad wheel bearing. Now what you're going to have to do is get a screwdriver or a punch in order to get that out. Got 2 different things. I got a old crowbar that was cut in half a long time ago and a broken screwdriver. Find a good spot. See how it's slowly spinning? Wiring harness, the only thing holding me in there now. It's like that. So now it's a good idea to clean all this up and put some axle grease right here on your splines and on the thread for the bolt. Make everything go back together 100 times easier. Now I just got some wheel bearing grease. Don't be afraid to put it on there.
It's YouTube Music. Download the app today and get a trial of Music Premium on us. Restrictions apply.
I like to do a lot of my videos outside in the driveway. It's not, you know, I know not all of us have the ability to go to work and do these videos while we're at work in the shop. Next step is pretty much grab the new wheel bearing. Got the new wheel bearing right here. Duralast, it's AutoZone wheel bearing. It usually costs you about $100, a little over 100. Go online and order them for a lot cheaper, but pretty tight fit for that plug to get through there, but got it in there. Want to make sure that your CV axle is threaded in there. That's pretty much it. You just put the 3 bolts in. Then your axle nut. I'm not sure of the torque on this car for that any of the bolts. Just make sure they're snug and on there tight. Plug your wire back in. That'll pretty much be it. Alright, here it is all the way back on there, minus the heat shield, because the person I'm doing the car for, right here you can see where it's been grinding. Told me to just go ahead and leave this off. They didn't want it on there, so they didn't have to worry about it no more. I could have just bent it back for them, but people want what they want. Just hit the like and subscribe button. You never know what year or model or make a car I'm going to be working on next. I might do a couple more things on this car if you have an Impala. So until next time.